know that shloka had the power to drive away a problem tenant, I kind of wanted to share a personal story here. We know Mama has touched all our lives, the lives of the students, lives of all faculty. He's also touched the lives of our extended family. So in this case, it's a personal story from when my parents interacted with Mama. My last year when my parents were here, my mother was very, very stressed that they had a problem tenant who wouldn't vacate. And when we were at Raji's house, they talked to Mama about it. My mother was like very, very stressed out. I mean, she's a very, very strong believer in God. She knows a lot of shlokas and all of that. And she was telling him, despite all of this guy's been giving us trouble for the last 2-3 years. And sure enough, Mama gave her the confidence. He kind of dipped into his bottomless well of knowledge, pulled out a very special shloka which she had never even heard in all these years, something called Kiratashtakam. And Mama gave her the whole shloka, kind of told her how important it was, that he even told her the exact way to chant it, how many times to chant it, and what the fruit of that chanting will be, right? And this gave my mother such relief and so much confidence that she can at least, somehow she felt she had control of the situation, which was kind of going out of hand. And sure enough, went back to India. Mama wrote her the whole shloka and sent it by email. She printed it out, learned it, and then chanted it exactly like he told him. And really, it was like a miracle. Within a month, the tenant actually gave the keys and left the house. It was just, they couldn't believe that. I don't know if it was because of the shloka or what happened, but she's an even stronger believer that the shloka was the reason the tenant actually left. And I mean, this is just, even when I was talking to her and I told her about this news, they were like devastated about it. And this is all she could say, that, she was really blessed that, we knew somebody like Mama and made such a big difference. So, I mean, I can't say enough how much he's meant to all of us. If I see this photo, it almost feels like I'm going to walk out and run into him. I mean, I just still cannot believe it. But I should say I'm very thankful that we all had him in our lives somehow. And so that was the story.
Thank you.
Okay, I just hope I can share. I'll be able to speak till the end, I hope. I've known him for like last 4 years. People call him Mama. I'm a North Indian, as some of you know, and first time when I met him was when I actually accidentally ran into a door and he said, "Okay, Amma, what do you want?" I was like, oh my God. One, I was like, Amma. And second was, I mean, he was strict. I wouldn't, maybe that's a stretch, but I think he was extremely disciplined. And there was a class I ran into and I interrupted his chanting class. And I, again, maybe it's my own, probably my limitation. I have no idea about one, chanting. Second, new to YICG, probably that was my first year. And then I ran into such an extremely knowledgeable, wise person. And I actually interrupted in the class. So that was almost like committing a crime. That was my first encounter. But whatever happened, probably somebody like me would have said, oh, just stay away from him. Next time when you see him in the corridor, turn away. But there was some kind of attraction, if you will, in his personality as he walked around and he shared his experiences, knowledge with so many of us, that I was committed as like, what is this shloka? What is this chanting? I have to go and find out. And I think that's how I found out about the chanting group, and like, okay, every Friday, once in a month you all meet, and I can still not say the words correctly. Again, I apologize, but I think it was him that attracted me to that disciplined meeting group that brought me to that group. Me and my family, we were fortunate enough to have hosted the chanting sometimes. There's just so much, and when I found the news, I think I texted Raji saying, this is very, very shocking. This is unbelievable, because I think by the time I began to realize that what powerhouse of knowledge resided among all of us. It was time to start questioning a lot of my own questions and ask him. He's gone. So to what was just said, I think I am also angry with myself that I did not utilize this opportunity to have learned and solved my problems. Maybe not the problems like a tenant, but you don't know what kind of problems he can answer. And then the questions, you guys were talking about the experience he had and how he was learning through the websites, reading through the books, making sure you guys could answer your questions is phenomenal. It is very rare to find souls like him. I am sad, I'm hurt, I'm shocked, obviously, like so many of us, but at the same time, I think my family, we're all very lucky to have met him. Whatever little knowledge we were able to get from him in the last 4 years or so, I'm grateful, and I pray for his family that you all are able to live through this difficult time, and pray for myself that even if I can live the little bit of learning that I got from him, I think there's a long way for all of us to go. So thank you everyone for coming.